Hey, it's Dr. Hannah and Shelby for this week's Thursday Hot Topics. Shelby is back to work, so we got a couple questions this week, and then we'll do our brain teaser question at the very end. So I will let Shelby take it away and ask our questions.
So we've been getting a lot of general questions about acupuncture lately. Basically, people want to know what it is.
Okay.
And then how long it takes.
Mm-hmm.
If it hurts, and how many sessions for a treatment.
All right, so acupuncture is basically taking needles and putting it along certain spots in the body to move energy. So that is the most basic form of acupuncture. So this chart right here, if you can see, kind of basically has various different spots along the body that you can put needles in, and depending on what you need the acupuncture for depends on where the needles go and how many needles you need. Most of the time you need maybe at most like 10 needles, and that's for both sides total. So like 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. So basically what acupuncture is just moving that stagnant energy that's in the body so it gets that blood and energy flowing. So that is the most basic way to describe acupuncture. It usually takes about half an hour, so it's actually 28.8 minutes that a session should take, but we leave you in the room for half an hour so you can get a nice relaxing quiet. We leave you in there in the dark. We'll play some music, so that's what you can expect with our acupuncture. Does it hurt? It depends on where the needles go. It's a needle, so if you are really afraid of needles, this is the size. So this is a guide tube, and then this is the size of the actual needle. So you can see it's pretty tiny. So you might feel the needle go in a little bit, but most of the time either you can't feel the acupuncture needle once it's in, or you feel like a deep ache. That's a general sensation that you experience with acupuncture. So it's this really deep ache, and if you've ever had acupuncture, you know what I'm talking about. So I would say no, it doesn't hurt, and when I was learning all this, we had to practice on each other, so I know what each needle feels like when it goes in, coming out, when they're in. So I would say no. So if you're afraid of needles, it's really not a big deal. The needles are pretty tiny. Like I said, this is the needle. It's probably hard to see. All right, and then typically a normal session, like I said, lasts half an hour, but a treatment plan usually is twice a week for 4 weeks. So you're talking about 8 sessions, and that usually is enough to kind of give you the relief that you need with acupuncture. So it's not a whole lot, but typically one session is not going to fix all your ailments, but twice a week for 4 weeks is usually pretty sufficient. So. Did I answer all those questions? I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, cool. So here is the question of the week.
Yes, so it's at the sound of me, men may dream or stamp their feet. At the sound of me, women may laugh or sometimes weep. What am I?
That's a good one.
I thought it was, yeah.
Cool. All right, so that is this week's Thursday Hot Topic. Again, if you have more questions, just make sure you put it in the box. Keep the questions coming. They've been good, and we'll see you next week. Bye.